Shamla. Welcome to Java tutorial. In this tutorial we will discuss about few concepts of loop. One is for loop, and there is also one of the extended for loop in Java. It is being used from Java 5th version onwards. I'm taking the first format of for loop, and it is being used in basically in C++ language. We might have seen these things in many of the programming languages. Let's go ahead and take the first for loop and try to execute some of the examples, like printing. I'm taking a simple example. For loop syntax, you guys can have a look at for loop syntax. This is about initialization, boolean expression, update, statements. This is the syntax of the for loop. Let's go ahead and execute a simple program in order to print the numbers from 1 to 10. So I'm taking I'm using the same class with the file name loop.java. I'm taking a simple for loop. Inside this for loop, I'm creating a variable int I. I'm assigning a value 1 to it because I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Next is boolean expression for comparison purpose. How much you want to print, 1 to 10. If you want to print from 1 to 9, less than. If you want to print from 1 to 10, you need to write it as I less than or equal to, something like that, 10. And the third one is the statement, what you how far you want to proceed, by making it as I plus plus or I is equal to I plus 1. This is about the syntax. Inside the loop, what do you want to do? Inside this loop, I want to execute system out dot println. It will print and also it will go to the next line. Inside this, I is equal to something like that, the string, whatever we are mentioning within double quotes, it will be displayed as it is. And also plus, apart from this, still I'm having one more task. What is that? I want to print the contents of I once it is being executed in each and every loop. It's like if you want to execute some statement for certain number of times. Here there is a how many number of times. There is a 10. Here I want to execute it for 10 times. So at that time we can go for a for loop. Let's go ahead and execute this program. Here I is 1, so first it will compare. I is less than, yes, it is less than 10. It will go it will go to the system out println and print I equal to 1. Again it will check the condition. Before checking the condition, it will increment the value to 2. Then it will check 2 is less than equal to 10. Yes, so it will print. Again it will increment, checks. If the condition fails, it will come out of the for loop. Let's go ahead and execute this program. Okay, here is the output. The first one is I is 1, I is 2, 3, I is equal to 4. It is incremented. It is gone up to I is equal to 10. In the last class we have gone up to I is equal to 9 because because I have taken the condition up to I is less than 9, something like that. You can make your programs to run however the way you want. Let's go ahead and execute the second for loop with the different format. Enhanced for loop. Enhanced for loop is specially used in Java in order to execute the sum of the strings in arrays, or integers in integer array, or an string array, or a character array. When we are having that, if you want to print those strings or arrays, if you want to print, if you can definitely go for enhanced for loop. So let's go ahead and take a simple example and try to execute these enhanced for loop with the syntax. Make sure of the syntax. Here one more time I'm showing you guys, the syntax of enhanced for loop for declaration and the expression. This is the syntax of the enhanced for loop. Let's take an example. As I said before, it is mainly focusing on the arrays. Okay, before going for an enhanced for loop, we need to take an array. I'm going to take an integer array or a string array, whatever you want, but I'm going with the integer array. So it's an array. The name of the array is you can give any whatever you want. I'm giving the name as Sam, and then I'm giving some values inside of this, something like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, something like that. Terminate the statement. In case of C and C++, you might have seen first we used to declare and name of the array and then those square brackets, but here in Java we are doing it in an vice versa manner. This is about declaring an array. Now I'm taking a for loop, enhanced for loop. The first thing is in the syntax form, I need to declare an variable int, any variable int I. I'm going with my normal style int I. Okay, and again, so what is there inside? What is the array which we have created? We have created the array name Sam. So I'm writing it in the same way. Then open the bracket, flower bracket, and close it. Now what I want to do is I want to print the array elements from 1 to 5. So no need to initialize, no need to increment. So since it is an array and we are using an enhanced for loop, everything automatically done. Incrementation from array element 1, sum of 0, sum of 1, sum of 0 is 1, sum of 1 is 2, something like this. So it will be taken care by the compiler internally. What we have to do is just print out the numbers, system out, print or println, something like that, println. Inside this I want to write the content I. So everyone might have guessed what should be the output of this program. Yeah, you guys guessed it correctly. Int I. These kind of loops you might have seen it in a Python. Python also uses the syntax somewhat similar to this. Here int I Sam, it indicates it is considering the elements from the Sam array. For the first time, array I, the I will be printed as 1. First it will go to the Sam array and our first array element will be printed, and the second time it will iterate. For the second time, second element will be printed, and until it will reaches to the last array element, it will be iterated. Once it reaches to the last array element, it will come out of the loop. Let's go ahead and execute this program. Like I said, it has been iterated from 0 element to the 4th element. Here we can see at the first it will go to the 0th element, prints the first element 1, and second time it is iterated, iterate all the elements of